Okay, so thinking about the Children's Theatre, do you want to tell me a little bit about the project?
So we were given about a month to come up with a stage design, the lighting and the sound for more of a modern take on Cinderella. Yeah, that's all I can think of. So it was just touring around schools really, showing it to kids, and we had one show in the theatre that we have here.
So you did some in-house and then some
Yeah.
on a tour. And do you want to talk me through the set design?
Well, I was put on set team, so that means that we were in charge of figuring out what we'd do for the set, how we'd build it, building most of it, where we'd get items, so like furniture, wallpaper, paint, stuff like that. We had to come up with where we'd source all of this from. So within the first about 2 weeks, we'd come up with one set, which was on a few levels. So it was originally set in a rubbish dip, so we figured that if we had a flat raised up high and with a tarp over it, we could put rubbish over it to make it look like a mound of rubbish. And then we had other stuff lying around, like a cupboard where we took the back out of it so that an actor could crawl through, a bin lid that was just the top that another actor would be able to crawl through, just so it made the stage more interactive and exciting. But then that idea was scrapped completely because the director decided to change the setting to a house. It's like a run-down house that someone was moving into. So for that, we got 2 big flats, and then we took wallpaper from Homebase, and we went for more the ugliest wallpaper we could find, and like the most old-fashioned. Just because then we thought it would fit in with the house. We ripped some of the wallpaper and also teabagged it so it had more of an old look, so it looked like rust stains or something. So then we had, to make it look like someone was moving in, we had moving boxes that were cardboard wrapped around a wooden box so that actors would be able to stand on them. We had just a sofa in the centre.
So you kind of went to source stuff, and the whole idea was that it looked kind of a bit recycled. You didn't spend much money on the set, really, did you?
I don't think we spent any money.
So you got kind of loads of recycled stuff. So when you were in the schools, you obviously had to set things up each time. How did you find that?
It was different from college because we had to remind ourselves that we're in school environments as young kids, so we couldn't be how we are here. So like say you got hurt here, someone would probably swear, but there you'd have to just quietly go through the pain. Setting up was challenging, just lifting some of the stuff, like there was a cupboard that was kind of awkward and heavy to carry, and then for some of the schools it would be quite a maze to get to where we were setting up. So just taking all the stuff over there and setting up was challenging, but the more we did it, the better we got at it. Like everyone knew where stuff would go, like how fast it would take up. I think it took us around 20 minutes to pack up.
Were you limited for time in some of the places?
Yeah, like each one we would have half an hour or something. But we were never like pushed for time. We always did it in a good time.
In the different venues, was size of venue ever an issue?
For some, yeah. So there was a school in Burnieside, which was the smaller school, which had it was just a really narrow and small hall with a low-down roof. So that kind of made it challenging. I think everything managed to like fit on. Just it meant less space for the actors. Then in the bigger school, which was Strandgate, that was one of the best probably, because there they had a big stage already set up for us. They had their own sound system, but I don't think we used that. Yeah.
Excellent. Can you give me an example? Because obviously working with a show for children, you've got to keep them entertained and focused and excited by what's going on. Can you give me some examples of what you used on the set, or how sound and lighting achieved that?
So for Cinderella, there's the carriage. We decided to create a carriage, and at first we didn't know if we'd actually use it because it was quite hard to fit into the van and move around. Then when we did a show to some kids in the box before we set off on tour, we found out that was one of their favourite moments when we asked them some questions at the end. So then we decided to bring that, and it was the same reaction at every school. Like, the kids always loved it when they came on.